Low on the somber hillsides of Scotland lies beside an expansive lake a mysterious mansion surrounded by a thick, dense fog that sweeps the land, covering all the beautiful flowery fields with a perpetual misty dew. A light shines brightly from one of the rooms. Through the massive glass window, a young woman looks out below at the land blanketed by a thick veil of clouds. Almost none of the green she longed for was visible. She parted her thin lips and softly sighed, which gave away the last hue in her former rosy cheeks. She set her dreamy ocean eyes on the lake that sparkled as dawn took over the starry night sky. A longing was in her face that she could not understand. All of a sudden,
Darling, what are you doing here all alone? I've been waiting downstairs for you. Won't you come join me for supper?
John, stop it!
What's the matter, darling?
John, I haven't seen you in 3 years since I lost you in the military. And you come barging into my room as if none of this ever happened? Here I am, not having seen you in 3 years, and look at me way over here standing, not jumping into your arms. Isn't that funny? This is what happens when I'm left alone with my thoughts.
For heaven's sake, darling, what are you blabbing about?
Do you remember when my grandfather used to tell us stories when we were children?
Yes, why?
He always told us legends about adventures and creatures and monsters from all over the world. Mummies, pirates, and warriors. They always made me want to travel to those places and see what they were true. But there was this one legend that he told us that takes place right here. After the years have passed, I haven't given much thought to it, being busy with parties and getting married. But now... Good God, there it is again.
Darling, what is it?
I need to go.
Where?
To the lake.
Are you insane?
Maybe I am.
What are you doing that for?
I need to see something for myself.
Can't it wait?
No!
And you're really going to wear that flimsy sweater to go outside? You really are insane. You're not going anywhere.
John, you really don't even know your own wife. You've had me locked up in this place in the middle of nowhere for 3 years, closed off from the world. Nobody to talk to except the maid. What did you think I was supposed to do in 3 years? If I'm insane, it's not because I purposefully wanted to be. My grandfather's stories are the only thing I was left to hold on to. They were dear to me, and they were mine. Only in foggy nights like these, when the moon comes out, does the great monster appear, he who took the lives of so many. And I want to know, I need to know if these stories grandfather told us were true.
Darling, I can't let you go. I love you.
But I don't love you.
Darling ran away as fast as she could, away from the mansion. She can still hear the voice of John echoing her name. At times, she felt like going back to be between his arms again, and go back to how it all was before it went terribly wrong. But she knew this opportunity would never present itself again. She had a strong desire to know the truth. Know that the only pure memory she had left wasn't a deceit as well as her marriage. She made it past the long blades of grass barefoot and hurried along the icy planks of the deck into the boat. The air was misty and foreboding as she gently and silently took off into the lake. She knew at that moment that the night would reveal all to her. Minutes passed, and she was still waiting. Suddenly, the moon arose from the thick groups of clouds in the sky, shining upon the lake. Something hit the boat, making Darling lose her balance and fall on the cold and humid deck. As she looked up, something surfaced from the water. It was like a huge tentacle. A dark red eye with a black pupil appeared at the very top of it. Another eye appeared next to it, and a snout, large with a huge tongue coming out of it. The monster breathed deeply, slurping saliva that would ooze out, longing for the pure virgin blood of Darling. Darling knew now that it was all true, all of her grandfather's stories. Yet she also knew that she would never return to her darling John, to whom she rejected her love. She closes her eyes and smiles.